This week's episode sponsored for dailygiving.org. Incredible organization, gives out $1 a day on your behalf. Doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're aggregated with other people, it's literally tens of thousands of dollars a week. Join this incredible organization. Go to dailygiving.org, dailygiving.org. This week's Torah portion is the Exodus, or the beginning of the Exodus. We are now at that point where the Jews are being freed from the Egyptians, and they're like finishing up in Egypt. This is the last stage before we leave. And there's a sort of like a break in the action, right? Jews are slaves. God shows up. Moses is there, staff. And God's like, just sit back and watch this. Like, it's going to be phenomenal. And like the whole world turns upside down. Now, remember, just to give you context, Egyptians weren't like they worked us hard. They didn't give us a bonus, right? Egyptians were like Nazis. The Jews were in concentration camps, right? If there weren't enough bricks, they pulled babies out of mothers' hands and stuck them in walls. Like, understand, this is Auschwitz in Egypt. So you can imagine what it must have felt like for the Jews to see a little bit of retribution after 210 years of this. Just get context for those of you who remember or grew up in homes of Holocaust survivors. Just think about that in 210 years. God shows up, and for 1 year, it's off the charts. The Jews are sitting back and watching. And then right before they're about to leave, right before the last plague hits, God has Moses command them to do something that was really a big deal. He tells them that you each have to go out and take a sheep and slaughter it and take its blood and put it on your doorstep and roast it and eat it. And that was called the Korban, the sacrifice of Passover. And the question the commentators ask is like, why? Like, why are they doing that for? Like, let's just get them out. Like, we've plenty of time to talk about like commandments and stuff to do. Like, let's just keep on rolling. But like, there's a break in the action that doesn't happen in any earlier plague. Why? What's the whole thing of having to go get a sheep and slaughter it and dip the blood in a little bit of a bundle and put it on your door and do like a whole thing, like a whole ritual, and slaughter it and roast it? And the answer that the commentators gave is that the sheep was actually the god of Egypt. They worshiped the sheep. So this wasn't just like, go get some food, like make a great barbecue. This is, you need to now go out and take the thing that it was the most important thing that your society had. The God of your society that you know of, and slaughter it in front of the people that you've been serving. Why? So there's a great lesson that the rabbis speak about, which is all about the process of greatness. A lot of us wonder why we're not greater, why we haven't achieved more, why we're putting in so much efforts and heartache, and we're working so hard, but we're not really creating exponential results. A lot of it is not because of our actions. It's because of our beliefs. If you believe the same thing you've believed your whole life, even if you're working hard, it's hard to change. If you still believe that you can't, if you still believe that you're not enough, if you still believe that these people want the worst from you, if you still believe that the world's out to get you, if you still believe that the reason why God is in this world is to make sure you do what he wants, if you're still operating under the same beliefs you operated when you were younger, as hard as you're working, it may not get there. And so people will upgrade their actions, but they won't upgrade their belief systems. They won't look and think about what's blocking me. Why can't I just do this? Why can't I just overcome this? I've done this so many times. Why am I still always second guessing? Why am I still always being threatened by this person? Why do I still live in the paradigm that I accepted when I was 8 or 10 or 15 or 20? Why am I being held back? It's because I see the world from the same set of beliefs. You could be 50 years old and still see the world with the same 8-year-old when you didn't get chosen for the play. You could be an adult and still be thinking that the whole reason why God wants you to pray is because He's going to give you things, and if you hit a challenge, it means He doesn't like you. And you got that when you were 6. You need to ask permission all the time when you're in high school, but you don't have to ask permission when you're an adult to go try new things out. We stop asking. Am I thinking about this right? What beliefs are holding me back? Why am I still thinking that I can't? Why am I still holding on to this old way of thinking? Why am I relying on these things for? It's our beliefs that hold us back. The whole goal of the Passover experience wasn't just because God wanted us to barbecue that night. It was because the sheep represented the God of Egypt. It was their belief systems. The Jews were there. That was their belief systems too. And God says, if you want to be my nation, you got to sacrifice that. If you want to be my people, then you got to shecht, and that's Hebrew. You got to slaughter your old beliefs. You got to get out of Egypt, not just physically, but mentally. And when you're willing to do something really hard, you go out there in public and slaughter the gods that you've served, so to speak, and put that on your doorpost, which is the gateway to your home and to the world, and go out there and roast it and eat it, and to show that you're not living in that belief system anymore. When you're willing to give up your old beliefs, then you'll have room to create new beliefs. What beliefs are holding you back? What beliefs are you still holding on to in your life that are stopping you from achieving the life that you want? And we're willing to sacrifice those beliefs and to learn and to grow and to question and to understand and to ask and to find wisdom to increase our belief systems. That's when we achieve true freedom.